Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the NFL Sunday Morning Show right here on the Hardcore Sports Network. How's everyone doing today? We actually got Big C is here. We'll give him a minute to get himself situated. And guys, we're not the only live stream today. We also got the Steelers versus Vikings live play-by-play with my guy, Get Owned Kid. Make sure you guys tune in over there as soon as we're done. And how you doing, Nikki? We got a fun show for you guys today.
I'm
Big
doing
C,
all
let
right.
me know
I'm
when
here.
you're ready.
I'm a little bit, I just woke up about a half hour ago, but I'm here.
Oh, I have to make that lower. The game is too freaking loud. But yeah, that's good, man. That's good. Just to let everyone know, I will not be here next week. I got family things I got to take care of. So Nikki will be replacing me or covering for me this week. So let's get Big C in here. And Nikki, I do appreciate that.
Of course, absolutely.
How you doing, man?
What up? What up? What up? Sorry, I've been absent. Had a few things going on, but glad to be here.
Hey, it's all good, man. We thought you were ducking from all the Dolphins going on there.
Never that, but yeah, it's been a rough go for my Miami Dolphins for sure.
Yeah. You got the game on? You got this football game on right now?
I got it on in the other room, but yeah.
Yeah. Pittsburgh's up 7-3. That fumble should have counted, bro. I have Steelers on the I got their defense. That sucks, man. But hey, let's just get right into it, man, with the question of the day. So we've been starting this since last week. Is Indiana Jones a top 10 quarterback right now? Right now, is he a top 10 quarterback? Nikki, I'm going to start with you.
Top 10 currently. Now, if you're counting through week 3 so far, if you're counting in injuries and other factors,
Right now in this season,
maybe,
right now.
I would say, as of right now, he's either cracks that 10 or 11 spot right there.
So borderline. Okay, that's fair. That's
kind
fair.
of on the cusp right now. I mean, cause he has been good so far in Indianapolis. Now that can be several contributing factors: a different system, also an easier schedule to start the season. But as of right now, we know Daniel Jones is certainly in a better situation than he was with the Giants. He's actually starting to flash some potential. Plus, it helps he has Jonathan Taylor there, who I feel has been the real MVP of the offense, too, with all due respect to Daniel Jones. Because Jonathan Taylor, so far, he's been bulldozing through defenses, and he's made his case to me for the team MVP so far in the month of September. And you would have to wonder if, heaven forbid, they were to lose Jonathan Taylor, how much different their offense would look and how much differently they'd perform that were to happen. But as far as Daniel Jones, though, I still got to give him credit. Yeah, he's in a better situation. He's got some solid weapons now. You got Alec Pierce, Michael Pittman Jr., and you see what happens when you put a quarterback with better situation, better offensive linemen, better wide receivers, better running back. They usually perform better in a more favorable situation. But we've seen this recently. We saw Sam Darnold last year in Minnesota. Now he's the starter in Seattle. We saw Geno Smith a few years back in Seattle. Now he still has a starting job. And Daniel Jones, I mean, so far, though, I give him props. He's doing something really good. Also, Baker Mayfield, too. He went to Tampa Bay, found the right fit, and you see what's happening.
Yeah.
But hey, I'd say kind of on the cusp, though, to answer your question.
All good, man. Big C, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely having a top 10 quarterback season this year so far. You can have a top 10 season without being a top 10 talent.
Right.
I thought Daniel Jones was better than what he performed for the New York Giants. The New York Giants are a disaster, especially the offensive line for the Giants. They've never given Daniel Jones an offensive line. They're still struggling with the offensive line over there. But he had talent over with the Giants. They just did not address the offensive line. He had Saquon Barkley. I mean, as good as Jonathan Taylor is, I don't think he's as good as Saquon Barkley. He had Malik Neighbors. He had Odell Beckham Jr. for for a time. You know what I mean? It's just that offensive line. They never gave him an opportunity.
Got you. But for me, it's just like he's in a good system right now with a better coaching staff than he ever had in the New York Giants. So he's having an incredible year. But for me, can he keep it upheld? Can he keep it going throughout the season? Gotta wait and see on that. But yeah, it's the most surprising team for me right now in the NFL. What is up, David? What is up, man? Thank you for stopping by. So, what was your favorite game this past week to watch? I'm gonna start with Big C. Besides your favorite team, so I can't, Nikki. We can't pick the Eagles.
Oh, what was
You can pick the Eagles, Big C, because that ending was crazy.
Probably the Ravens Detroit game. I mean, right?
Yeah.
That
That's
was a
cool.
hell of a game. Derrick Henry still, I don't know what's going on with him with the fumbles. That's 3 straight games with fumbles. 2 of them cost his team the game. You know, 2 of those fumbles cost the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens should be sitting at 3-0, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or at least 2-1, because they would have beat the Buffalo Bills for sure. They were going down the field trying to tie the game up against the Detroit Lions. I'm pretty sure, if I can remember correctly.
Yeah.
But yeah, Derrick Henry, he needs to get that. He needs to get out of his head. But that was a phenomenal game. He's a great player, all time great. But man, 3 straight games with crucial fumbles. He's got to stop that.
Nikki.
This might be a unanimous one for all of us, but I'm gonna go with Ravens Lions. I gotta be biased because I saw the game I saw the first half outside my house at a bar. It was a nice little football atmosphere, and plus it was a really good game too. You had what we expected: 2 top teams figuratively trading blows in an offensive battle that came down to the wire, ended up being an 8-point game. But then with the Ravens, you got to question 2 things. First, can they hold the fumbles? And secondly, their defense. That's another big question for them. Because out of their 3 games, their most favorable matchup was the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, they held them off, but it was the Cleveland Browns offense. That didn't say much. But now, what about the other 2 games? Buffalo and Detroit. They went against offensive juggernauts. They couldn't hold them. So that raises big questions about their defense. And even with Kansas City today, now that they got Worthy back, well, I don't know about their defense in this one. I'm a little iffy about that. But it was still a good game. I mean, both teams, gave it their all. It was an exciting back and forth game that kept us interested the entire time we watched. So that's my week 3 game of the week. It was what we expected. So thank you to the NFL for putting that in the Monday night slot. Thank you to King's Pub in Atlantic City for creating an exciting atmosphere. Mitch, floor is yours.
So for me, I gotta go with the same game. But Nikki, I gotta give you props here because on Pick'ems, I watched it, but I couldn't be on it, so I watched it with you. I watched it after. And you keep on saying that the Ravens cannot finish games. They cannot close out. They always blow their lead. So I got to give you credit on that one. It's the same case here. Same case here with the Ravens. So if they can figure that out now, as soon as possible, they could go to the Super Bowl. They just got to figure that out. So Nikki, I got to give you props on that, man. Got to give you props. So, yep. All right, what's next here? All right, players of the week here. Obviously, we're not picking Derrick Henry, but Nikki, should we go with the Eagles player or should we not? Because I know which one you would go with.
If we're going to be realistic, we could go with one of them.
Let's try not to pick the Eagles. Because obviously,
but to be fair, there is another player that's now with Minnesota that's playing right now.
Yep.
Isaiah Rodgers. He had 2 turnovers, 2 returns for touchdowns, a pass deflection, a few tackles, that being Isaiah Rodgers. He had himself a really good game.
He had 2
Now, granted,
touchdowns.
it was against Jake Browning, but still, 2 turnovers is 2 turnovers. Return for scores, that's a huge factor in any game. And Isaiah Rodgers deserves credit for taking care of business last week against the Bungles. So
Oh
that's one. We'll
God!
start with him, right?
All right, Big C, player of the week for you.
Man, you're making me go back to last week. I have so much information for this week.
We're gonna catch up to that. We do this all the time.
Man, shoot, player of the week last week. I couldn't even tell you. I've flushed all the information from past weeks. You know what I mean?
It's what we do, man. This is the last one, and then we're gonna go to this week.
Shoot. I'm gonna pass. I can't even remember last week.
That's good, man. That's fine. That's fine. Because I'm actually gonna go right here. I got this website right here. I might just go with oh my God, DK. DK's gone. Wow. Touchdown Steelers. Rodgers and Metcalf. There's a touchdown for the Steelers right there. I'm gonna go with Justin Herbert. I think I'm gonna go with Justin Herbert here. The guy's just been on lock. He's the top quarterback in the NFL right now. He's playing. He's got an MVP type game, so I'm gonna go with Herbert there. So what a play, Nikki! Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
So oh my God.
I'm gonna, you know what? Now that I'm going with Rodgers from the Minnesota Vikings, the defensive player. What do you have? 2 touchdowns, return for interceptions.
Yeah, that's what Nikki said. Yeah,
a couple of fumbles. Yeah, I forgot they blew out the Cincinnati Bengals. So maybe that Vikings defense as a whole. But Isaiah Rodgers, was it?
Isaiah Rodgers, a former Eagle.
Yeah, he had a monster game.
Yeah. Speaking of the Vikings defense, they can't contain the Steelers as the Steelers are 14-3 right now. Let's go. All right. So
I'm trying to win a couple cheap $100 on FanDuel. And
oh yeah.
I'm you got Detroit versus Cleveland. Yeah. Which there's a big money line on that one. Right. And you got what's the other? Buffalo versus the Saints, which Buffalo should 100% beat the Saints at home. If I bet 500 on Buffalo winning by 3 and Detroit winning by 3, both those games, I'd win like $300.
Right.
Are you certain that the Buffalo Bills will beat the Saints by 3 and Cleveland will lose to Detroit by 3?
I'm definitely taking Buffalo on that one. Definitely, that's just common sense there. But what was the other one? Browns and the Lions, Detroit. Right? Didn't the Browns just beat the Packers or something?
They did, but that was in Cleveland. This game is in Detroit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna go with Detroit here. It's Jared Goff. Nikki, what about you? You're gonna take Detroit on that one?
Yes. Yeah, I'm going with the Lions.
So you'd feel safe that they'd win both those. Buffalo and Detroit would win by 3.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gotta be.
Yeah.
Hell, I'll put that there. But yep. I'm more than confident with that one. Appreciate that, Charles. Thank you for stopping by, man. My God, I'm keeping. Yeah, Vic, I got the game on right now. That was crazy. His Steelers are cooking right now. Come on, there we go. Give me this. Here we go. So ESPN Power Rankings here. We're just going to go through the top 10. Let me get that up right now. 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to start from 10 and go up. This website has 1 going down. I'm like, no, give me the other way. So number 10, according to ESPN, is the Commanders right now. And they just lost, Daniels is out and McLaurin is out. So Commanders are 10. Do you guys agree with that? Because for me, I don't see them at 10. I see them outside top 10.
Yeah, I think that's a little high for the Commanders at this point in the season. Were they a top 10 team coming into the season? Yeah, but through 3 weeks, I don't think they've looked like the same football team from last year. Obviously, Jane Daniels dealing with injuries, but yeah, I'm gonna have to see the 9 teams ahead of them, but I think that's a little high for the Commanders right now.
I agree. Last week they were week 9, so they went down a spot. Nikki, you agree with ESPN here at 10?
I don't know, because I still like top 10 and have teams like the Eagles, Bucks, Lions. That might be. I mean, even the Vikings I would have had going into this week, even though right now it's not looking too great. I don't know. That might be a little bit high. I mean, I would still have Buffalo, of course, ahead of them. Maybe like 11 or 12.
Yeah, let's see who is at 9. Kansas City at 9.
Nah, not at the moment. And obviously, I'm not counting them out, but so far, no.
I don't know if I agree with that one.
Washington and Kansas City as of right now.
Big C, Kansas City at 9?
Absolutely not. I mean, I don't think that this is kind of a hot take, but I think the Chiefs have a real chance of missing the playoffs. If you look at their upcoming schedule, it's rough. It's rough. And they have not gotten Patrick Mahomes the weapons that he needs. This defense hasn't looked as good as it has in past years. I think they're in trouble.
What is up, man? Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with the Kansas City here. Not at 9, but I agree with you guys' take. With Kansas City, they've definitely taken a big step back from the last couple of years. Their dynasty is kind of going downhill. The Eagles kind of put a nail in the coffin on that one. So Patrick Mahomes. He is not Patrick Mahomes of years before. He is not. So he's not even the best quarterback in the NFL right now. So I don't like him at 9.
These other teams are making adjustments and getting better, and the Kansas City Chiefs are just not doing the same. Like, they're just relying on Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes too much, and they need help. They need help.
I agree. So the Rams at 8. How do you guys agree? They just lost to the Eagles, 33-26. Thank you, Jordan Davis, for that block. And by the way, Nikki, Jalen Carter got fined for taunting as Jordan Davis was going to the end zone. He got fined.
Really?
Yeah. He got fined for that. Do you guys agree with Rams at 8? They went down 2 spots from 6.
Yeah, I think this might be a little low for the Rams, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
The Rams are 2-1. Let's be real, they should have beat the Eagles. Eagles, great comeback, but they had that game. They had that game won, in my opinion. They ended up losing. The Eagles, a lot of people consider the best team in the NFC. The last 2 times the Rams played them, they had the Eagles with their backs up against the ropes. So if I was the Philadelphia Eagles, that's a team I would not want to see in the playoffs. The Rams have a really strong team, and I think that might be a little low for the Rams.
All right, Nikki, is this too low?
I'm thinking maybe a little bit higher.
You think they will be higher? Okay.
Maybe a little bit.
I don't know if I think that's a good spot. I just got to see who's at 7. Baltimore, yeah, putting the. Ooh. Would you put the Rams above the Ravens now? Or would you keep the Ravens above? You would?
I'd put the Rams above the Ravens for sure. Baltimore at 7's a little too high, especially the way they played thus far, losing 2 close games to the formidable teams.
And okay, I'd have the Ravens higher too. I'd have the Ravens higher. Yeah, they're sitting 1-2, but they're two Derrick Henry fumbles away from being 3-0 against elite talent. You know, we're talking about the Buffalo Bills, we're talking about the Detroit Lions, two of the best teams in the NFL that Baltimore could have beat if not for just Luke Derrick Henry fumbles. You know what I mean? Like, this guy doesn't fumble. He doesn't fumble like that. You know what I mean? So I think the Ravens are a better football team than that. I think they're a top 5 team at the very least, regardless of what their 1-2 record says.
So 6, Tampa Bay at 6. I will have to take
I think that's high for Tampa.
That's high. They jumped 4 spots. That's a little rough.
By beating the Jets. By beating the Jets at the last second.
Yeah, by 2. So I'm like, yeah. My buddy's a Jets fan. He was like, Mitch, I was shocked that we were about to beat the Bucs. So he's still in shock. So I would not even put Tampa Bay here. I will move the others up above Tampa Bay for sure. For sure. We gotta wait and see. If they beat the Eagles today, if they do, I'll take back that statement. But yeah, that's too high. Nikki, you agree? Too high for Tampa Bay?
Yeah. A little bit. Yeah. I mean, while they are 3-0, but they haven't proven themselves to be a truly elite team yet. I mean, some of their wins have been close battles, and while they are wins, they're not like, oh, this team could be a Dark Horse Super Bowl contender wins necessarily.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe I'd put them in the lower top 10, like maybe 9 or 8.
Okay. Yeah, that is too high. Next up, 5. Green Bay Packers at 5. They went down 2 spots after losing to Cleveland.
I think 5 is probably just about right. You know what I mean? Maybe
I was going to say
6,
4 or 5. I was going to
6,
say
you know
up 1. Yeah.
I think they lost to Cleveland in Cleveland. Cleveland's got the number 1 defense in all of football. They got caught with their pants down a little bit. I think they're still one of the better teams in the league. I would say 5, maybe 6, maybe just a little bit high, but I don't have a problem with the 5.
Nikki?
Yeah, I think 5. Yeah, that's about the right spot. I was thinking the same thing.
All right. I think we're all on the
same
same page here. I think we're all on the same page. So 4. Chargers at 4. They jumped 3 spots by beating the Broncos by 3.
It's a little bit high.
The way Justin Herbert's been playing, though, yeah, I don't know. I think that might be just right.
I mean, I think they're taking too much stock in the record. Yeah, the Chargers are sitting 3-0. The Broncos one was nice. The Broncos were a playoff team. They beat a Kansas City team that isn't the same Kansas City team from years past. But do I think that they're better than the Detroit Lions? No. Do I think they're better than the Baltimore Ravens? No. I don't even think they're probably better than the Packers. So I think this is too high for the Chargers. The Chargers are probably going to win that division, but I still don't think they're a top 4 team in the NFL.
Nikki, what about you?
I'm going, too high. I would put them maybe on the lower side. Yeah, well,
it's picked off. Carson Wentz threw a pick.
I mean, they're good, but they're not which there goes the old Carson Wentz we remember. But yeah, they're a good team, but I don't see them as a top 5 team in the NFL, especially yet they haven't truly been tested yet. And while they've won games against their division, they haven't been tested against a true juggernaut yet. I'm still waiting to see how they handle that short their best offensive lineman, short Khalil Mack. How are they going to do when they go against that real juggernaut? Do they hold their own and win? Well, we'll see. But as of right now, I'm like, nah, lower top 10, but not the top 5.
All right. So who do you guys have at 3? Who would you guys put at number 3 before I scroll up? Who do you think will be the number 3rd spot?
The Colts.
You got
Well,
Colts at 3?
I would have, in my personal
Yeah.
opinion, I would have Detroit or the Ravens, but
No,
obviously both
probably-
those teams.
Now that I think about it, it's probably going to be Detroit
All right. Let's see.
or Buffalo.
Detroit at 3. They went up 2 spots after beating the Ravens. That's good. I'm definitely fine with that. I would definitely put Buffalo ahead of them, and I would definitely put the Eagles ahead of them. But the thing for me, I've been saying for a year or two now, it comes down to injuries with Detroit Lions. Like Aiden Hutchinson this past season, he was out. They still they went to what? Was it the championship game or the round before? I think they made it to the round before that.
Yeah.
So it just comes down to injuries for me when it comes to Detroit. All right, number 2, I think it's Buffalo. Yep. Pretty so. They went down a spot. So they were number 1 last week. Oh, okay. They went down a spot. Ooh. I think this is pretty self-explanatory in my opinion. Buffalo number 2. Nikki?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, they're 3-0. They won all their games. But I could see maybe the Miami game, the way they performed, people were a bit questionable. But you got to remember, it's a division rivalry game. Usually those games always end up being more competitive. There's something on the line. But Buffalo found a way to win. That's just part of football right there.
Yeah.
So I'm not necessarily going to hold it against them that they played a competitive game against the Dolphins because, hey, that's what happens in football. So,
All right.
I think Buffalo's a little too high here. The NFL loves to jump on the Buffalo Bills jockstrap and ride Josh Allen all the way to the bank. The Buffalo Bills had a real opportunity to lose to the 0-3 Miami Dolphins. If Tua wouldn't have been Tua in the last 4 minutes of that game. And let's not forget that the Baltimore Ravens were handling the Buffalo Bills until that Derrick Henry fumble. So the Buffalo Bills could very, very easily be sitting at 1-2 instead of 3-0. So I think I think they're a top 5 team, obviously, but number 2, I think there's multiple teams that are better than the Buffalo Bills overall right now.
And number 1. I'm surprised that there were 2 last week. That's what I'm more shocked about. But all right. Defensive for us, success rate. That's the biggest issue on defense right now. I disagree. The biggest issue is the CB2. That's the biggest issue right there. But rush success rate, okay. That's like not my biggest worry. But you guys agree with this one or no? I mean, there's no other team that you can put there. Oh,
I mean, they're undefeated. I don't think they've looked as good as I've expected them to look through 3 weeks. Obviously, they had it took the last second to beat the Rams on a crazy play. Week 1, I didn't think they looked all that great neither. But they're Super Bowl champions. They're 3-0. So I'm all right with the number 1.
Nikki, I'm pretty sure you're good with it.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. You're off to a 3-0 start, and we're the defending Super Bowl champions. So that's 2 reasons right there.
Yeah, obviously there's some things that the Eagles are lacking, like the offensive play calling, especially giving A.J. Brown the ball finally in the second half. That's what started to come back, but just giving him the ball But yeah, there's still some things that the Eagles need to work on. Definitely. Definitely. So where's my mouse? There you are, you son of a gun. All right. I was kind of shocked at what happened with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson being released after 3 weeks. I was shocked. Big C, how'd you feel about that? Gardner-Johnson getting released by the Texans.
I think that everything that can go wrong is going wrong for the Houston Texans right now. It was probably a case of bad attitude, not being happy with his team's current situation and voicing that frustration probably. So I think it was more to do with probably attitude off the field more so than his play on the field.
Yeah, I agree with that. Nikki?
That might be true, though. I mean, obviously, I don't know all the details yet, but I could very easily see that being the case. And though I can, at the same time, it's like, yeah, they released him, get him out of the locker room, but is that really going to fix all their problems? I feel like Gardner-Johnson's one of those players. You got to put him with the right situation, with the right teammates in order for him to thrive in the locker room. And Houston just wasn't that right situation. You can just tell by the way they played on the field. So I guess if he wasn't happy, and it was best for both sides just to move on. But at the same time, this is going to be a big red flag. This could cost Gardner-Johnson team opportunities in the future now. Because there's that perspective of, oh, this guy's always causing trouble everywhere he goes. Some teams aren't going to want to roll the dice with you. And that's something else we got to consider. So this might cost them an opportunity in the long haul.
Yeah, I agree with that by looking at how many teams that Gardner-Johnson has been on. Saints, Eagles, Lions, Eagles again, Texans. Now he's gone. So now it's just like, is there another team going to pick him up by this season? Probably if someone needs the depth or something, but he's going to want money. Gardner-Johnson is going to want money. I don't know if he'll take like a qualifying deal or whatever that is, like a 1-year deal. I don't know, but they got to figure something out here. Eagles fans want him back, Nikki. Eagles fans want him back.
Of course. What else is new? Eagles fans want everybody.
That is so true, but it's just like you don't want him back, right, Nikki? You don't want him back?
No.
Yeah, I do like Makubo though. Andrew Makubo. I don't know how you feel, Nikki, but I really like Makubo.
Oh yeah, I'm on board with Makuba.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Now we gotta go to. Is there any teams that have to have a must win? Any teams? I'm gonna pull up the schedule right now. Big C, if you want to pick the Dolphins, go for it. But if you want to pick another team, it's all you.
I'm gonna go
The
with
hell?
the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
I think the Kansas City Chiefs are a must win now. They're sitting at 1-2. They're playing the Ravens today at 4:25. But they got the Jaguars coming up. They got the Lions coming up. They got the Commanders coming up. They got the Bills coming up. Broncos, who are a playoff team. The Colts. The Chargers again. The Broncos again. They got a tough bunch of games coming up, and they're 1-2. Like, this team could really seriously miss the playoffs, and they need to pull off a W against the Baltimore Ravens here today.
Nikki, what about you? Is there a team that needs a must win?
For me, I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys. You're 1-2.
Okay.
You got lucky in your one win. Now you're facing the Green Bay Packers. Micah Parsons returns home. You're kind of in that situation of, oh, we need a win here, because if we're 1-3 and you lose embarrassing fashion, that puts you in a deeper hole. Don't get me wrong, I'm not really expecting much from anyway, but I'm just saying, considering you have the Commanders, the Eagles, Packers, Lions, NFC West looks like a competitive division. Being 1-3 puts their playoff hopes in serious, not in jeopardy, but it stacks the deck further down the line.
Well, did anybody really have Dallas going to the playoffs? Like, let's be real.
No.
I mean, I think I have them as the 4th seed in the East. I think I put the Giants ahead of them. Yeah, I think I actually put the Giants ahead of Dallas this year. So that's what when we did the predictions, that's what I'm talking about. So we're all going with a different team here. I love it. I'm going to go with the Houston Texans, especially them going down right now. They had some high hopes, and now with Gardner Johnson being released, they're kind of like in panic mode. How is D'Amico Ryan's going to change things up? Is the defense going to pick it up? CJ Stroud, is he going to become the CJ Stroud? What was it, his rookie year that he balled out? So Texans need a win big time. Who are they actually? Dude, yeah, they're playing Tennessee. If they don't beat Tennessee here, something is wrong. Something is wrong if they don't beat Tennessee today. Because Tennessee needs a win, obviously. So this game is actually going to be interesting to watch. Obviously, yeah, we're all going with different teams. I like that. Now, what is this here? What do I have next? All right. Fact or fiction? I'm going to give you guys a statement, and then you guys have to say fact or fiction. I might do it too. We kind of brushed on this throughout the show so far. The Chiefs are not the same Chiefs. I think we're all said, I think that's a fact. Yeah. That's pretty much a fact right there. Yeah. And then the Colts are the most surprising team in the NFL right now. Is that fact or fiction, Big C? That's a fact?
I'd say that's a fact. I thought the Colts would be one of the lower ranked teams in the NFL this year. So definitely surprised they're sitting. I mean, that the AFC North, or not the AFC North, the AFC South is not the greatest division in the world, but still for them to be sent 3-0, and they're the biggest surprise. They are.
I'm going to go fiction. I'm going to go with the Texans. I did not think that the Texans would be 0-3. I thought they would be 2-1 or 1-2, or at least get a win on the board. I mean, they were just having a good win. Everything's driving in the right direction in this rebuild, and then go flunk. 0-3, let it go to Gardner Johnson. I'm going to go with that. The Colts are like in second, but I'm so shocked about that. Texans here. Nikki, you might agree with this one. Ravens are frauds. Fact or fiction? I think Nikki might agree with this.
Yeah, you're right. I do. Because so far, they haven't been living up to the hype of being contenders.
Yeah. You've been saying that since what, last year too? Nikki?
I was kind of saying that I didn't see them as necessarily contenders. I saw them as a good regular season team. We kind of saw the writing on the wall that 2023 season, particularly in the conference championship game against Kansas City. Oh, there's just something missing.
All right, Big C.
The only thing that's missing is Derrick Henry's hands right now. Listen, this team is, again, 2 fluke fumbles from them being 3-0. They will absolutely be in the AFC Championship game competing for a Super Bowl. So I don't think they're overrated or by any stretch of the imagination. This team will be there at the end when it's all said and done. They should have beat the Buffalo Bills last year if it wasn't for Mark Andrews just having a case of he had a total meltdown in the final couple minutes of that playoff game against the Buffalo Bills, or they would have been in the AFC Championship game last year. So I think the Baltimore Ravens are exactly what everybody thinks they are. They are one of the best teams in the league. I think a top 4 team. And I mean, I I don't know how that makes you a fraud.
I just whipped something up because I'm on Big C side here. I'm on Big C side. Nikki, I do agree with you. They need to get the wins. Like they had to close out games, but teams are still terrified to play against them. Teams are afraid to play against Lamar Jackson. They're still afraid to play against that defense. Who that defense is starting to become the Ravens defense from years ago, like 2 decades ago. So their defense is getting more fearful to play. Lamar is the top 2, top 4, top 5 quarterback in the league. Running backs, if you want to go that route, that's fine. But
Top 2.
yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be on Big C side on that one. And then Cowboys are done. This is just something for Nikki and I. Cowboys are done. Fact.
Yeah.
I'm going fact.
Fact.
Are you kidding me? The Vikings blocked the kick. How many people are going to block kicks now? Oh, that was a beautiful block. Off the edge. Beautiful block. Beautiful dive. Damn, another block. All right. What games are you looking forward to this week? What games are you looking forward to this week? For me, not trying to think of something like outside the box. Not the Buffalo, obviously.
I'm curious to see the Bucks and the Eagles. The Eagles have struggled in Tampa Bay recently. I'm curious to see the Chiefs and the Ravens, although I think the Ravens are gonna end up housing the Chiefs. I think they just got too much firepower. Yeah. Trying to think of any other games.
Let me share the screen. I got the schedule right here. This is who I got. This is all the schedules right here.
Curious to see Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
Yep, same here.
That's gonna be fun. For me, I'm sticking to the Houston bandwagon today, I guess. I'm sticking with Houston. I need to see a win. I need to see a win against Tennessee.
That Rams Colts game is sneaky good too. You got an Indianapolis team that has surprised most of us, and the Rams, who are a top 6 team in the NFL. So that's an opportunity to be a really good game. It's a real test for the Colts to see if they're the real deal or not.
Ravens and Chiefs, Alexander said. That's fair. That's a good one, I think. But Nikki, what about you?
So my games I'm looking forward to, beside the Eagles, you got, of course, Giants and Chargers, just to see what Jackson Dart does. Ravens in Kansas City will be an interesting one, of course. And let's see, well, Packers Cowboys will be probably comedy for us.
Yeah, that's a Sunday night game too.
Right, yeah.
And then we have 2 Monday Night Football games.
That's right.
I don't know how. I hate 2 Monday Night Football games. At least one is not at 10 o'clock. Thank God. But Big C, how do you feel about playing on Monday night?
Well, we're unveiling our rivalry jerseys. I'm not in love with them. They're all right, I guess. This is a must-win for the Miami Dolphins. For Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel, he could be fired at any given moment, and I think if we start out 0-4, the likelihood that he does get fired before the end of the season increases greatly. But we need to win against the Jets. So,
yeah. All right. Now let's go into predictions, and then we're going to call it a show here, guys. We're just going to go into predictions. Obviously, we're not picking the Steelers and Vikings because the Steelers are up 14-3 with a minute and 15 left in the half. All right. Who you guys got, Washington or the Falcons? No, Terry McLaurin and no Jane Daniels.
The Falcons looked horrible last week, though.
Yeah.
I would like to say that I'm going to take Washington in this one, even though they're going with Marcus Mariota at quarterback. They got to have the better overall team. Michael Penix Jr. has not looked like he's got it going on this year. I'm going to take Washington.
All right.
Yeah.
Nikki?
I'll take Washington in this one. Pretty much what Finn said. I'm not sold on the. Yeah, Atlanta's awful.
I just feel so bad for Atlanta right now because they got the young players on the offense side of the ball. They do have Drake London, Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts. They still have those guys, man, but the future's bright for those guys, but it's just like right now. Oh, you gotta catch that, man. Gotta catch that. Saints at Buffalo. We're all going Buffalo here.
Yes.
All right. Browns at the Lions. I think we're all going Lions here. 1% pick the Saints. 2% pick the Browns. Okay. The Panthers at the Patriots. That was actually kind of trick. I got the Patriots. What about you guys?
Same here. I got the Patriots.
I'm going to go Carolina. I think Carolina looked really good last week. New England's got an all right defense, but I don't trust the firepower they got on offense. So I'm going to go with Carolina.
Yeah. No, it's not Brian Robinson. Bijan. Did I say Brian? I meant Bijan Robinson is on the Falcons there. The Patriots, okay. Chargers at the Giants. I think we're all picking Chargers there.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm going Jackson Dart shocks the world.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. How many people picked the Giants? 4% picked the Giants on that one. All right. So Eagles at Tampa Bay. I have a feeling Big C's picking Tampa Bay here.
I am taking Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
the Philadelphia Eagles have struggled against Tampa in Tampa. The numbers are the numbers, right?
Yeah.
I think Philly's the better team, obviously, but some teams just struggle against other teams when they're on the road, and I think Philadelphia is that. I think Tampa is that kryptonite for the Philadelphia Eagles. That heat down there, that humidity. I think it's going to be tough on those big physical Philadelphia Eagle players.
Mm-hmm. All right, Nikki.
Yeah, I'm kind of was a little bit worried because Tampa, like I said, like Finn said, they have their number in the weather, but I don't know. I'm going to have to wait and see what the Eagles can do here. The play calling's got to be improved in this one, though, for sure. I was thinking with running the ball, you can always run the ball, do pitches on the outside, though. You don't have to necessarily try to run up the middle and force runs. You can always do pitches on the outside and try to get the ball more to Smitty and Brown. But this time we have them, something we didn't have last time. So that's a difference factor here. Look at this one. I'm still going to go with the Eagles, though.
I'm going to ask you guys this. Who on the offense side of the ball, Tampa Bay, scares you guys? Mike Evans is gone, right? Godwin, they don't have a tight end pretty much. Baker Mayfield is injured with his throwing arm. So who on the offense side of the ball on the Buccaneers scares you?
I mean, they got a tight end, and right, and they got the rookie wide receivers looked really good. Is Godwin back this week?
I think Godwin is playing, but it's just like with Baker Mayfield injured, that's like no, I don't have him.
I mean, they're a pretty good running team too, right?
Who's their running back again?
They got Bucky
Irving.
Bucky Irving, thank you. Yep. But I'm going with the Eagles here. I had this as a loss in the beginning of the season. And then now we got Tennessee at Houston. Going Houston.
Yeah,
Oh, you
I'll
gotta
go
guess that.
Houston.
Yeah,
Houston
I'm gonna
there.
take Houston too.
All right. Who did I have for what is it? The Colts at the Rams? I think I took the Rams. This game is gonna come down to the wire, I think, but I'm still gonna stick with the Rams here. Oh, Slay caught it, but he was out of bounds.
Yeah, I'm going Rams too. I think Indianapolis has been a nice story so far. I think they are a playoff team, but I think the Rams are one of those top 5, top 6 teams in the NFL, and I think them being at home is going to be too much for the new look Colts.
Yeah, so that's the players that Buccaneers have. Bucky, yeah, the rookie, Godwin, Otten. Okay. Nikki, who you got?
We got.
Colts at the Rams.
I'm going to go with the Rams in this one. I mean, even though the Colts have had a nice start to the season, I feel like this is the game where they finally get tested and the Rams find a way to beat them. I feel it's going to be a good competitive game. There's another game I forgot to say I'm looking forward to, but yeah, it's going to be one of those close games, but I think the Rams' experience in these games is going to get the best of them in the end.
All right. Next up, we got. Hold on. Let me get rid. Come on. Thank you. Jaguars at the Niners. Brock Purdy is back. Brock Purdy is playing. So, I don't know. I'm still taking the Niners. I said this before. I'll say it again. Trevor Lawrence is the most overrated quarterback in the NFL. I'm going to keep on saying it. I've been saying that since he was in college.
Yeah, I'm going to go San Fran too. Jacksonville has looked better than they have the last couple of years, but I think San Francisco just got some more talent overall.
Yeah, I'm taking San Fran in this one.
All right. So, Ravens and the Chiefs. Who you guys got?
I got the Ravens. I think the Ravens
Me
are
too. I got the Ravens.
considerably better than KC. Like I said before, KC is in serious trouble of missing the playoffs. They have a real opportunity to miss the playoffs this year and make the Kansas City organization realize that they need to get Pat Mahomes some help.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go with Baltimore in this one. I was leaning toward Kansas City, but the more I think about it, I'm going Baltimore.
All right. Bears at the Raiders. I got the Raiders.
I'm going Bears. Caleb Williams looked phenomenal under Ben Johnson last week. Maybe he builds on that this year. I believe in Caleb Williams. I think he's got all the talent in the world. And if Ben Johnson can continue to tap into that, he's going to be scary good. He's got a beautiful, the way he throws the football is absolutely beautiful. If you watch the mechanics of him, his throwing motion and how the ball comes out of his hand, it's a thing of beauty. I like the Bears in this one.
Nikki?
I'm going with the Bears too.
All right. I'm the lone wolf. I'll take it. I'll take it here. All right. Why are you going with the Bears?
Because the Raiders and the Bears, I think last week, maybe this is a momentum setter. And granted, it was against the Cowboys, but now you can take advantage of that situation and turn the tide in your favor. Especially here against the Raiders, whose defense was putrid last week against Washington. This could be a favorable matchup for them.
All right.
Well, this might be a little bit more of a high-scoring game than you expect, too, because the Bears don't exactly have the greatest defense in the world. So this could be a more competitive game than some expecting it.
All right. Packers at Cowboys. Packers.
Yeah, I'm going Packers too.
I think everyone's going Packers. Nikki?
Yeah, Packer.
Now we're at the Monday Night Football games. Jets at the Dolphins. I got Miami. This is the last time I'm picking Miami.
So, I've been done picking Miami, but I'm picking Miami too. We're at home. We got the rivalry jerseys. We had a better showing against Buffalo. As the weeks go on, we're improving slightly. We're still a bad football team, but the New York Jets are a very bad football team as well. Justin Fields is back, but I'm not a Justin Fields fan. I think the Miami Dolphins win this one.
Nikki?
I'm going with the Dolphins in this. No, actually, I'm going with the Jets. I mean, both teams are struggling immensely, but I feel like the Jets, the way they've been playing these past couple weeks under Aaron Glenn, they're showing hope. And I think this is finally where they break through and get that one win.
All right. And last game, Bengals at Broncos.
We're going Denver. Denver's defense is just too much for the Cincinnati
I took
Bengals
Denver.
backup
Denver.
quarterback.
Yeah, in this case, I'm going with the Broncos here. Just Bengals are awful.
Yep. All right, guys. So that's going to conclude the Sunday morning show right here. Now, Glenn gets a win with going nuts on the sidelines. There you go. All right. Big C, what you got coming up, man?
Just the Fin Posse podcast, Monday through Friday, usually 10 a.m. I do a show with Miss Fins called DMZ on Tuesday nights at 7 or 8 o'clock. And then on Game Changers, my other channel, we go Monday and Friday for a show called Laces Out Live, where we break down the week's games, do pick'ems and stuff. So,
all right, Nikki.
I got every Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got the 3-Point Blitz. This week's going to be episode 28. That's going to be 11:30. Mostly going to be a recap of the NFL games. Then we got at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, exclusively on the Hardcore Sports Network, NFL Pick'ems. I'll be the host. And throughout the week, I'll drop some YouTube shorts, maybe do some impromptu live streams for my channel as well, talking about the Eagles.
All right. And for me, I'm streaming the Eagles game today at 1 o'clock. Monday, I got Monday Night Raw and so on and so forth. But guys, once basketball season starts, because preseason is coming up this week, a lot more basketball content is coming up. This is my time now. I'm just waiting for basketball, man. I miss it. With that being said, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe to all the channels. And yeah, we'll catch you guys next week, man. Everyone have a good rest of your Sunday. Everyone have a good one. Peace.
All right.